Now we want you to meet some other healers whose medicine is still mostly also a mystery.
But to the families they're helping, these healers are angels from the sea. They come from around the globe to the ocean's edge in Florida. They often come holding on to only a slender thread of hope. They come because of the extraordinary work of neuropsychologist David Nathanson and his remarkable helpers.
There you go. Very good. I saw you get that.
The field of pleasurable multi-sensory stimulation of the wind, the water, the sounds the dolphins make, and providing that as a reward for the children. That is an incredibly powerful motivator, an incredibly powerful reinforcement for kids, much more so than would be the case under normal circumstances.
In the late 70s, Nathanson was searching for ways to increase the attention span of severely disabled children and adolescents. He believed that was the key to improving their learning, their behavior, and their lives. Inspiration struck when he moved from Minnesota to Florida.
There are three categories of stimuli that we know from both research and clinical experience that the kids really respond to very well: music, animals, water. And here we've got two of the three, dolphins and the water. What inspired me was to try and use the dolphins in nice warm water in a therapeutic program utilizing behavior modification techniques to increase attention.
The result was a facility in Key Largo, Florida, with the memorable name Dolphin Human Therapy. Nathanson's 6 bottlenose dolphins help young people who are burdened with afflictions like autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and brain damage. The dolphins help therapists who work with the youngsters in and out of the water.
The dolphins are able to sustain their own attention, to make up games on their own, to do things which hold their own attention, and to have flexibility and learn quickly. And at least from my perspective, to display an affective component, a feeling component for the children.
I know you're excited.
Debbie Lane's son John has the severe lifelong brain disorder called autism.
He would stay in the water all day if we let him. He seems right at home with the dolphins in the water. He likes to put his ear in the water to hear the clicking, to feel the dolphins, and there's something about that with the autism that he seems to connect, and it brings out so much in him that he'll do things that he wouldn't ordinarily do at home.
He enjoys learning. He's a happy boy. And I think one of the reasons that he's as happy as he is because over the last 4 and 5 years, he's found out that he can tell people what he wants. You know, for years he was not able to do so.
John is making his 3rd yearly visit to therapist Marcia McMahon and her dolphin helpers.
Show me the word blocks. Exactly right, John. In the water, okay. Come on.
John's autism has interfered with his ability to understand what he sees and hears. He has disliked touching and being touched.
What we try and do here is to utilize those portions of the brain which are essentially intact. No matter how handicapped they are, they have the same feelings of sadness and joy as anybody else does.
He's much more confident, much more confident. He is able to handle physical contact in ways that he couldn't before. I'm hearing vocalizations, verbalizations, words that I can recognize.
Why dolphins seem to induce healing and relaxation in humans is the subject of a number of theories, some measured, some mystical. The complex clicking speech of dolphins may alter our brainwave activity. Or dolphins may be able to sense and respond to subtle electrical emanations from other creatures, say a sick child. Or they may emit ultrasonic energy that can alter cells within our nervous system.
And I think what's happening is that the dolphins have large brains, and their large brains allow them to react to stimuli, not just in a stimulus response mode, but in both a cognitive and affective mode in much the same way people would. They respond in a logical way can describe what's going on, but there's also a feeling associated with it. And the dolphins seem to really enjoy. They're gentler with the kids, and they're not taught to do that.
More than 2 decades and 12,000 therapy sessions have passed since David Nathanson began his pioneering work. He's published dozens of studies and garnered international recognition as an authority on dolphin-assisted therapy. He and his staff report a success rate of over 90% for improving learning and cognition among the children brought to them.
Which one is your name? Thank you very much. Where is
But that isn't the only way these therapists measure success.
We use workshops and other methods to train the parents so that they can follow up. And we present very detailed reports with specific recommendations for other therapists to follow up with when the kids leave here.
I always say 10% of my job is to make a change with the child, and the other 90% is to make a change with the family. And when a family can see their child make a change in this environment, it's like, well, we can do that at home. We can do that.
We're working with children who are essentially multiply handicapped, so we pay attention all modalities and all disabilities. And you put that all together, and when it meshes properly, you get something quite wonderful. That's dolphin human therapy.